I'm Sara. Welcome back to Sewing School on CBC Life. Today we will be sewing a tablecloth that is ideal for cozy gatherings or even romantic dinner setting. And to make it even better, we will use scrap fabric to sew some napkins. This project is simple, fun, and adds a touch of love to your dining space. Let's get started and sew something beautiful together. You will need a sewing machine, fabric for the main piece and ruffle, optional for bias tape, as well as pins or clips, scissors, snips, and a ruler. Measure the width and length of your table. Then do a bit of math to calculate the amount of fabric needed. Here are the measurements for the tablecloth. I will demonstrate how to make napkins, as the process to make the tablecloth is exactly the same. I will also demonstrate how to make both the right angle and curved corners, so you can choose based on your preferred look. Sew the ruffled panels with the right sides together, then finish the seams. Divide the ruffled piece into 4 equal sections and snip the edges to help distribute the ruffles later. Press the seams to one side and double fold one edge, and press again. Here is a tip if the seam area is too bulky to sew. Trim the seam allowance from the top folded area. Top stitch. When choosing thread, if you do not have the exact color match, go for the slightly darker color as it will blend better with the fabric. Gather stitch from section to section using your preferred method. Let me share a technique I recently tried that works well for this project. Lengthen your stitch length and increase the tension. Sewing with these settings automatically creates gathers. Adjust the density of the gathers by adjusting the tension. For even denser ruffles, gently pull the upper thread. Setting my tension to 8 worked perfectly for this project. Remember to leave long thread tails at both ends to manually adjust the gathers as needed. For right angle corners, mark 0.5 cm from each edge and align the ruffle snips to this mark. Aligning the ruffle this way greatly helps when sewing the corner. At the corner, pivot the ruffle using the snip to form a precise square. Distribute the gathers evenly and pin. For curved corners, align the marks and snips. Distribute the gathers evenly, pin and sew. When sewing the curved corners, go slowly to ensure an even seam allowance. When sewing the right angle corners, the square formed by the snips will be hidden in the seam. Let's take a look at the right side. The curved and right angle corners have their own distinct vibes, don't they? If everything looks good, let's finish the seams. For the tablecloth, finish the seam using a serger. For the napkins, you can serge, then top stitch the seam for a tidy look. Or you can add bias binding for a more polished finish. For right angle corners, use non-stretch fabric strips. For curved corners, use bias tape that has some stretch. When attaching bias binding, leave a 2-inch tail at the beginning. Stretch the bias tape slightly when sewing around the curved corner. When approaching a right angle corner, make a snip in the bias binding where it meets the ruffle snip. Pivot and continue sewing. Use your preferred method to join the bias binding ends. Wrap the seam with the binding, fold towards the main fabric, and pin securely. To create mitered corners on the right angle corners, pin the edges first. Then fold one side of the corner and overlap the other neatly on top to create a full mitered corner. When sewing, pull the fabric taut to ensure a smooth finish. Can you notice the different vibes between rounded corners and right angle corners? Which one do you prefer? Whether you create a matching set or mix in different fabrics for a unique look, this ruffled tablecloth and napkin project is a lovely way to bring some warmth and charm to your home this Valentine's Day and beyond. It's always a pleasure to sew with you, and I can't wait to see how you make this project your own. Thank you so much for joining me on Sewing School for CBC Life. I will see you again in the next episode. 안녕!